Welcome back, this is CerealSnax, and today I'm looking at Goemm's Lab, a jumping puzzle in Guild Wars 2. Kind of here in the eastern part of the Asura Starting area, right north of the Akk Wilds. So if you're over here, come check it out. It's really, there's an area location called Old Oola's Lab, which is right south of this. So if you find Oola's Lab, which is a kind of a entrance in the cliff wall, if you just go right north of that, there's another little hole in the wall, and there's a tiny corridor that leads you to this little tiny jumping puzzle to start you out on Goemm's Lab jumping puzzle. So this little part is just a little cave. It's almost not even part of the jumping puzzle in my opinion, because once you get through this, you actually get locked basically into the jumping puzzle, which allows you to have like a checkpoint that you can come back to, and I'll show you the checkpoints in this one. This was a more of a unique jumping puzzle in Guild Wars 2 because there are checkpoints in it, which means that if you fall, you actually reappear back at the checkpoint instead of dying and having to start all over again. So as long as you can make it across this little jumping part to the beginning, then you are good to go. So let's get over here and I'll show you how this starts out. Now I'm doing this with another guild member of mine, Bunty the Frog, and if you've seen his YouTube channel, you'll recognize him from that. He's not talking on this video at all, it's just me talking, we're just playing together. So there he is ahead of me, you can kind of see his little name there. So it starts out, and you're jumping across these little tiny platforms here, so I'm just jumping across, and then jumping up here. Now what you have to do on each thing, and I'll show you here in a second, is you actually have to attune yourself to the particular jumping puzzle you're in, and that's this little secret path down here to the right. So I'm just following Bunty down, and we'll just jump down here, and yeah, you just basically fall off these little ledges. You can see he fell off there. There we go, and then jump across, and then once you get attuned, you don't have to go down this route anymore. One thing about this jumping puzzle too is there are mobs, you can see, and so you really want to be at least level 12 or in a group of more than one person. Bunty is level 12, but he had a little bit of trouble soloing them because you know, that's just the way it is. He was able to do it, it's just it can be a little bit dodgy at times if you're not level 13 or accompanied by friends. If you're multiple level 12s, you'll probably be fine. So we'll jump up here. Now here's the little attunement device that you click on. So once you attune to the area, then you don't have to go down this area anymore. So now you will see that we've actually come out in a portal in the same area we were just in. We're just above where we just were. So to finish off this puzzle, we just jump down here, and then we're at the next step. So right behind me is where we went to go to get attuned. And now we've got these vines to cross that have wind that's blowing, and you really just have to time it, and it's quite difficult. You can see Bunty's in the middle, and then of course I fell, and what happens is then you respawn at the beginning of that particular zone that you're attuned to. So I'm attuned to this one, so it's the first jumping puzzle area, but at least I'm attuned to it, you know, at the start of the very beginning of everything. So I just jump across here, and of course now I've completely lost sight of Bunty because he's ahead of me. I'll go up here and just jump. Let's jump across here and try to get to at least the next level. I already died once. Let's see if we can get back. Now the cool part is you don't really die in this jumping puzzle. You just fall and then reappear, so you don't lose your armor damage. Kind of like the Dark Reverie, which was another jumping puzzle that's very difficult. You actually can fall to your death multiple times, and it's almost better to go in there with no armor on at all, or else you will die. So you can see this is actually an easier one coming up here. I use my potion to sprint across because you don't even have to worry about timing it too much. You just wait till the wind stops blowing and then you're good. Got another bat up here, I think. Let's see. Another bat? No. Oh, there we go. Oh no, it's just a tropical bird. We'll just kill that because gotta get rid of the tropical birds. They're infesting this land. There we go. Get rid of some tropical birds. Okay, and then so this is the portal to the next zone, and I'm not gonna. Well, yeah, you can click on the Gollum assistance, and they'll tell you if you're attuned or not. I didn't do it. Probably should every time, because if you don't happen to be attuned for some reason or another, then of course when you go through that portal, you actually get portaled back all the way to the beginning. So you need to make sure that you're attuned. You have to. Of course, you got these lightning bolts here, which really they just do damage, but if you stand here too long, they will eventually kill you. So you kind of need to be a little quick just to get across here, and I'm actually kind of low on health, to tell you the truth. Yikes, take a healing potion there. Okay, get across, almost there. Yikes, 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 I may not make it. Oh, no, there we go. Now on this particular jump, I just want to jump left. So you got to go down there on the tree branch to get attuned. Let's jump across here. So now there's a tree branch that goes down here, and there's 2 routes to go on the tree branch. You can either go straight, which then takes you to the end of the zone, but you have to get attuned first. So you have to go down this small little branch off to the right to get attuned. There's another Asura just kind of hanging out on the tree branch here. I really like this jumping puzzle because you can see actually the zone way below you. So we are incredibly high up. I like that. I like that about this jumping puzzle. You feel like you're completely in the sky. Again, I said it on my last jumping puzzle video, but this area reminds me a lot of the Avatar movie as well because of these floating islands that are just kind of hanging out in the mist. So jump across these little tiny jump things. One thing about the Char characters, for some reason the Asura seemed a lot easier doing jumping puzzles than the Char does for me. I think it's just the way that their bodies are shaped. Either they're larger or they're leaning forward. Something just throws me off a little bit about the jumping puzzle. In this particular one, this is a veteran area elemental, level 13. So if you're a level 12 and you come on this, you could probably beat him, but it may be a bit of a challenge, and you got to be real careful because it's kind of a small area. You can't be dodging all over the place. Which I didn't really want to risk dodging, so I'm just gonna. Whenever I fight this guy, I always just tend to just fight him instead of dodging around. Just because I know I'm not gonna die, but I don't want to risk falling off the ledge just in the middle of combat. So take him out real quick, and then attune myself. So here's the little attuner. So we'll interact with that like we always do. Now one thing I will say is that when you get attuned, it will show a little icon up above your, basically your number 6 key. You can see there's like a little blue icon that popped up there. So anyway, you then go through the portal, and now the one thing I didn't show here, I edited it out because I actually died to that veteran air elemental because I stood there waiting for Bunsey to show up, and I alt-tabbed and died, and it was just completely embarrassing. So I edited that out, so I'm actually having to go through this beginning part of the puzzle again, but normally you would appear above the tree branch here and just drop down after being attuned. So luckily I'm still attuned, because even though you die, as long as you don't log off, you'll stay attuned. And it has a 20-minute cooldown, so as long as you can complete each area within 20 minutes, you're good to go on that with the attuning, and you should be able to do that. I mean, that's quite a bit of time it gives you. So I'm going to jump across here too. And this is the rest of this particular level. It's not too difficult. Once you get down this tree branch and get through these little tree branches here, then it's pretty straightforward to get through this level. You can see there's air blowing out on this particular tree branch, so you got to be careful. And there's more lightning coming up, which I always seem to come very close to dying on, so we'll see how I do here. Across. Some lightning here, so if I can just time this right, which I never do, I might be able to survive. Let's see. Let us see. Oh, and bad timing, as usual. Yeah, so I will get hit by lightning on every single platform because that's just how I roll. There we go. I made it across, even though I almost died. Let's heal up. Well, don't really need to, I guess, but... Alright, so you can check with the Gollum Assistant, and of course it tells me I'm attuned, so I don't really need to worry too much. This way I can go through the portal without... Yeah, you can see that. Attunement confirmed, please proceed. So that's nice to see. If you see any teleport options, that means you're not attuned to that area and you gotta go back to that attuner. Okay, so this is the final area, more or less, and this one, you can see there's ice that blows up at you, and you get a little red condition effect over top of your 6 hotbar key at the bottom. You can see that little red thing. You basically just need to wait till it wears off, and then you can start going. If you don't wait, it will slow you down and you will fall off like that guy did just in front of me. That little Asura guy. Poor guy. Alright, so here we're waiting for it. Now we can go. You can almost, I think you can make it 2 jumps like that before you get hit with it again. So I wouldn't go for 3. Just take your time, be patient. So I could probably make it all the way on this particular one, but I actually am just gonna wait. Yep, that one's a little bit tough because it's a longer jump. So just to be patient, you don't want to fall because then you have to start all over again. All right, so we'll jump across here. Nope, got sprayed me with cold again. I don't want to go. You got to be careful. It'll do it there too, I guess, on that last one. All right, so all you got here, the only puzzle here is this little burst of air, and then there's an ice elemental on the other side. Let's go through here. Just wait for it. Okay. Alright. Now, the next thing is to fight this guy. And he's just level 13, so he's not too hard. There's that other Asura that was following me. Okay, now I edited it a little bit here because I was waiting for Bunsey to come up with me, because you really need to have a friend with you at the end unless you're really high level. And even then, this place down levels you to level 14, so the final boss of this jumping puzzle is relatively tough by yourself. It's a lot easier when you have a friend with you. If you don't, there'll probably be other people that'll show up eventually. So if you do make it to that final boss, it might be worth waiting until some other people come jumping along. There's Bunsey over there. So we're gonna, you can see the pathway going across. You also have to attune to this zone, so you just gotta find the attunement thing, and it is, I'll show you that here in a second. We're just fighting this ice elemental. I'll get through here. Okay. So there is another crossing here with the ice, but down here to the right, you'll see there's some blocks to jump across. This is where the attunement is. And you want to make sure you get attuned here, because if you do die, that's a long way back. So we're going to go get attuned real quick. Plus, if you don't get attuned, like I said before, you can't even go through the portal at all. So make sure you do that. So let's jump across here. Still not the easiest jumping puzzles in the world. I feel like I'm getting pretty lucky in general on this one. Like I said, it's harder with my Char than it was with my Asura. Through here, another bat. And for some reason, I guess I hadn't discovered an area that was down below. Bat is stuck in the wall there. Ooh, I got some pants. Okay. Let's go over here. And jump across here. And there isn't too much. Luckily, when you go to the attunement, there's not too many, you know, crazy air gusts or challenges or anything like that. It's just jumping, basically. So it's nice that they make it a little bit easier to get to the attunement than they do to the end of each zone. Take out this elemental. We're kind of doing it from a distance. Again, this is a fight. It would be a lot easier if you had the ability to dodge, but I would recommend against that, and make sure you don't have any skills in your hotbar that throw you backwards. You can see that I've actually got rifle skills, and most of the rifle skills for the engineer actually throw you backwards or make you jump. So I'm forced to just use my one key, and that's it. So it's kind of a little bit awkward to fight anything that way. So you can see I almost died there. All right, let's jump across here. And okay, so that's it. Here's the attunement golem, the attuner device. I'm sorry. And then the next, and you'll see there's the golem at the end. So I'm attuned. You can see the little icon. Jump through here. Now, we appeared above where we just were. You can see there's the end of the zone over there to the left. So we can just jump down. And we will be there. So not too difficult, this last part. This last part is the same as the part before. You can get about 2 jumps in before the ice hits you. So you've got to be careful. It's better just to be patient. You can see the red condition effect that has popped up on me. So just wait for it, and then make your jump. Alright, pretty easy. See, I can get 2 platforms about before it pops up again. You could probably get 3 if you're very fast, but like I said, I just prefer to take my time and just enjoy the view since you're so high up. So I could have made that too, but I'm not gonna rush it. So we're coming up on the end here, and this is another thing that's different about this jumping puzzle compared to other ones, is that there's actually a boss at the end of it, and he's kind of an elite champion type boss, whatever they call it in Guild Wars 2. And we even had a little bit of issue with him in previous runs, so let's just see how we do here. So, yep, attunement confirmed. Let's go in here. Now, one thing you will see is we should get our achievement when we get across here. I know in beta that you could get the achievement, so let's see if we can get it here. Jump and jump. I hate this jump. See, again, this is where I struggle with the Char on this particular jump, just because of the small blocks. There we go, and we made it. Bunsey's running up here. Now here's where the boss is. Like I say, he's level 14, but he's kind of a champion type boss. He's difficult. You probably could solo him if you were real careful, but we struggled even with the 2 of us. Although our gear is not optimal and that sort of thing too. So, and Bunsey's only level 12, I believe, at this case. So you know, they've got those disadvantages. Goemm the Mad. So we kill him. Now, it's not, like I said, it's not too difficult of a battle, but if you're wary about it, you certainly don't want to die here because you got to come all the way back. So it may be worth waiting. See, I'm having some trouble here today. I got fighting this guy. We're gonna get him though. It's just a matter of time. There we go. Get back up. Oh. Drink your potions. But see, he has a fair amount more hit points than a normal level 14. He's a champion type elite guy, and luckily we're doing pretty well. Running around here. Almost got him. Not a bad fight. It's kind of fun. It's one of the more epic of the jumping puzzles we've done so far, and makes you feel like you've accomplished something. You actually get a splendid chest at the end of this, so that's another reason to do this besides the achievements. Alright, so you get an event, you know, so you get the event achievement there, defeat Goemm the Mad. Alright, daily achievements complete, okay. Alright, so you can loot him. He drops some interesting stuff sometimes. I didn't really get anything good that time. Okay, doing a little dance. Alright, so we're going to jump across here, and you can see the splendid chest across this last thing, and once we get over there, we should be getting our achievement for this. So let's jump across. Alright, there we go. And boop! Goemm's Lab completed. So you get your 10 points for doing that, and you get the splendid chest. And that's it. That's the jumping puzzle. So I hope you enjoyed my run-through of Goemm's Lab jumping puzzle. I got some nice pauldrons. That's very nice. Mighty Swindler pauldrons, and some pants, and a tiger's eye. So not a bad haul from this chest. So hope you enjoyed our quick run through of Goemm's Lab. Thanks for joining me.